Thank you very much, Randy. And we go right back to the phone lines. Next up is Matthew, listening in Santan Valley, Arizona, on the web. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And so I had a question that was based on a passage that I had seen or had read yesterday in John 17, verse 5. And to paragraph that, it's basically Jesus asking the Father to glorify him with the glory that they both shared prior to the beginning of the world. And it kind of sparked a question that I'd had as to how much Jesus actually remembered of his presence in heaven prior to being born.
Yeah, that's a hard question to answer because on the one hand, we can say with certainty everything, meaning that from the perspective of his divinity, he would know all things. However, what we read in Philippians chapter 2 is that our nature, our attitude, we ought to have that of Jesus Christ, who, being in nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant and being made in human likeness, meaning that he set aside the prerogative for independently using his divine attributes. So on the one hand, from the perspective of his divinity, he would know everything. On the other hand, from the perspective of his humanity, he would know what he had learned, what he had been schooled in by Joseph and Mary and those around him. And that was very substantial because remember in Luke chapter 2, after 3 days of looking for Jesus, Mary and Joseph found Jesus sitting among the teachers and listening to them and then asking them questions. And as people were listening to this engagement with Jesus and the teachers, they were astonished. They were amazed at his understanding and his answers. So you see here that Jesus knew a tremendous amount because he had learned a tremendous amount. And we can never diminish the genuine nature of Christ's humanity. He is one person with two natures, 100% human, 100% divine. So as a human, he learned, he grew in wisdom, knowledge, and stature. As God, he knew all things. And there are times in Scripture where we see Christ speaking from the perspective of his divinity, which is voluntarily veiled, but he has the prerogative to do what God alone can do. For example, he has the power to lay down his life and to take it up again. So again, the answer to the question is, from one perspective, everything. From the other perspective, he grew in wisdom and stature and knowledge.